Anybody that did that, y'all need somebody to talk to.
Touch grass!
So, I mean, everybody's just going to be starting off on Pokemon Stadium 2 today. This is a really interesting matchup. This is really going to be similar to Yoshi.com, right? Wolf wants to be jumping in. Wolf has a lot of airspeed to be able to do so. The name of the game from Duncan is playing back and setting up those traps.
Yep, and also a bit of recency bias here. I believe these two played, like, I think it was either last week or the week before, and I believe Jakal came out on top of that one. But we'll see what adjustments Zane can make. Again, you're always, when you're the seldomly used character, you're always going to have the advantage of this sort of combo string, or what I can do in advantage shape. It's not going to be omnipresent in this person's mind at all times. So we'll see if Jakal gets caught, falling asleep at the wheel in the instance. But it's looking like a lot of the same as we saw in that last set, Dara.
What I really like about Jakal's play especially, he has such a good understanding of the times that he does want to go off stage for edge guards and when he should just be focusing for 2 frames and ledge traps. Every time that he does go for an edge guard, he comes back before the opponent and is still able to continue his advantage state.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, keeping it real close right here. Zane's definitely out of true combo percent, but again, Wolf is so omnipresent as a killing threat.
Listen, I didn't know which dog just yapped. That could have been any one of them.
Oh man, you hate to see it, but you love to see it. So Zane gonna drop that first stock, but let's see how they respond here, because they're definitely still within arm's reach of giving things up.
Oh, Zane just jumping so patiently, maybe trying to sneak a little up under the ledge. Not going to be able to find it, but a beautiful catch. Trying to catch Jakal coming off those platforms. Now this game is effectively back to even.
Yeah, but we've seen how scary these strings from Wolf can be, especially with the right percents on the board here. So Jakal, once again, going to get back on the offensive, but Zane's only going to take, a dash attack for their trouble.
Yep, just it's a bit of a 50-50, right? You can either attack in place or you can go in. Anything other than those are going to cover the same options, and Wolf can only cover one set at a time, so Jakal dropped it, but in another timeline, he also landed it. Oh my.
I mean, it is Olympic season, so I mean, clay pitches are definitely back in style this summer. So.
Zane going to be trying to keep himself safe with Can. Is going to be able to find the way to get back onto the stage.
Yeah, and the Can, once again, going to buy Zane some time here. Exactly the same scenario as that last stock.
When you're at higher percent, those trades are really typically not in your favor. Sometimes they can pop you out of kill moves, but more times than not, you just find yourself off stage. That's a funny dash attack hitbox, man. It just sends you wherever that move pleases.
Yeah, the multiverse of where the dash attack can send you is truly incredible.
Zane tries to go through the traditional Can follow-up, but the Can just sent into overheat maybe a little bit too soon to Zane's liking. Now Jakal is suddenly finding all of those ends, playing this matchup so well. A little bit too high on the back hill, but has the right idea nonetheless.
Also, a lot of that was, was definitely helped by the fact that the Can on the other side of the stage, so Zane really couldn't utilize that in their offense at all.
No get out of jail free card, nothing to be able to pressure you, but Zane, such amazing tracking with Can, just following Jakal all the way to get back onto the stage. And now, that patience. Zane viewed that situation so well. Are they going to fight this down? Is that it? Oh my, no.
That was crazy. That could have been a disaster for Jakal, but Zane almost put the hurt on, number 37 in somewhere.
Jakal will never get hit by that again. Zane sat there in shield with Can. They knew exactly what they wanted, and Jakal didn't recognize that situation. I don't think we're going to be seeing a repeat of that anytime soon.
That's definitely a once a set, like, once a tournament a week type of setup. But still not out of the woods just yet. You see Zane still able to put up these very potent walls, but Jakal able to get around it. Oh no.
Oh, and just like that, Jakal overcommitting off stage. Zane has the opportunity to be able to set up this ledge trap, maybe getting a little bit too lost on the sauce. They just keep on exchanging who is controlling the stage right now, missing that punish on the neutral get up.
Yeah, overcommitting on the dash attack. That could have been really bad for Jakal, and Zane continuing this onslaught right now. The F tilt will catch right there. Oh my goodness.
Jakal is so patient getting back onto the stage, but Wolf's airspeed is no joke, just able to zoom through the skies and cross up Duck Hunt at a moment's notice. This is anybody's stock, this is anybody's game. They just both need that big hit, and nobody is willing to commit.
Oh, way to go. There you go. Just the commentator's curse, Dara. Dash attack on shield. Will
was that
get
dash
finished
attack?
by the way.
What was it, Dash?
Weaklings, the lot of
Just didn't have to commit. They were both just playing so patiently. They were playing back. They were feeling each other out. Jakal throwing out a couple of lasers. Zane setting up. And then we just saw a dash attack.
Yeah. Sometimes neutral feels a lot like dating. Don't want to commit, you know, and when someone does, sometimes you get, I don't know, blown up. I'm not.
There's definitely a lot of places that analogy could go. I'm trying to brainstorm some in my head. Kids,
Moving on.
what could Zane be doing better in this game?
I think definitely at the ledge, you know, you saw Zane, you saw the gears start to turn a little bit more of what Zane was trying to do earlier on. You know, you saw the, you know, dropping the gunman slightly below the ledge to prevent Jakal from, you know, at least make him think twice about recovering low. So definitely at the ledge, I feel like is where, you know, Zane can really make or break the difference in the set here.
These short hops from Zane are so powerful. Now that they've established they're going to be falling really aggressively, they're going to be looking for a lot more grabs. Jakal is sitting in shield quite a bit more. This is such a good position for Zane to be in. That's another clay pigeon into back air, and this is another big ledge trap for Zane. Big damage and just hits inbound.
Whoa, okay! That stinks.
Yeah. Duck Hunt doesn't function, so let's hope Zane cleans this one up quickly.
The F-tilt will connect and almost getting out into the first row of seats there, but Jakal still having enough gas left in the tank to get back to the stage.
I really like how Jakal is just never going through any of these side Bs. He just knows how exploitable they are, just going through a lot of diagonal angled up Bs, which you're able to hit through those projectiles so safely. Zane not in the right place at the right time to be able to... What?
Okay! What? Can I get a QA test for that move? Like, please? My gosh.
I'm so sad Zane's up smash didn't connect. This is all happening because up smash stopped functioning.
Yeah, look, we've definitely entered another branch of the timeline where if that up smash connects, things are way different, but the can will finally take its victim in Jakal's first stock. So despite some shenanigans in that early, Zane finds himself back in a pretty okay position.
Ooh, Zane maybe getting a little bit too antsy with some of these defensive options, throwing out rolls and spot dodges galore. Jakal is just positioning himself so well, just waiting all of them out and finding these jump-ins.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, another scenario where the can is on the opposite side of the stage, so Zane really can't utilize that in any sort of, you know, get out of jail free cards like we mentioned.
Oh, that lingering hit of the clay pigeon is so big for Zane. Look at these conversions, this damage, and just like that, Zane fights the way back from the ledge. Jakal just playing patiently, just waiting for the right times to jump in and always just going through so many tomahawks and empty jumps. Oh,
that was kind of hot. That was cool. There we go, up tilt, the seldomly used in this set so far. We'll get the job done. So Jakal up pretty big right now, but we've seen, you know, the explosiveness of Duck Hunt get Zane back into the game, you know, before. So let's see what they have in the tank here.
Zane just playing so patiently in shield, sitting at a really comfortable mid-range. Wolf doesn't have a lot of burst options to be able to get in there in time, keeping Wolf locked in shield, allowing Zane to be able to find that grab. Now Jakal just finds himself in such a dangerous position, but no matter because he found himself back on the stage.
Clay Pigeon will buy Zane some time, but not going to get the follow-up out of it. Jakal on the offensive, but again, the frame one can will bail Zane out of disadvantage right there.
Ooh, Zane may be getting a little bit too antsy with some of these attempts to punish Jakal on his falling buttons. Maybe he should just try to focus on getting back onto stage and not always fighting from the corner.
Yo, once again, the can gonna at least make Jakal.
Oh my.
Uh-oh. Careful.
I like the idea from Zane. They probably anticipated Clay Pigeon having a bit more knockback to hit into can. That wait. That wait was so smart, but Jakal was still just able to throw out a shield in time. Zane was a little bit too slow on the button.
Jakal trying to find the right, you know, avenue to get around these projectiles. I love the attempt there from Zane. Go for broke, maybe read on the early.
And then they lost.
And then it was over.
I like the idea. If on off chance Jakal does decide to go low, surely that would kill. But that got Zane killed ultimately. They overextended. They pushed them. When it works, and when it doesn't, it doesn't. Right? When you overextend like that, when you throw yourself off stage and you force yourself into recovering low, you're then forced into picking a ledge option. Zane willingly threw themselves into disadvantage. That was the gambit. They went for the down air gambit, and you know what? It didn't succeed. But the attempt was recognized nonetheless.
Yeah, listen, that was a great set between those two. Again, two of my personal favorite players to watch in the area, and I think everyone at home can agree with that as well. So Jakal gonna punch their ticket into winner's side of Grand Finals.